Our Story Productions presents Martin County on TV, spotlighting the organizations, businesses, and citizens who are making a difference in our community today. And with interviews and stories done by local television shows over the last 25 years, here you're sure to learn more about the county we call home. Get ready for This is Martin County on TV. Jeff Rouse, executive producer, Our Story Productions. Welcome to Martin County on TV with a special guest for us today. Good day, sir. And you are?
Ned Koppen. I'm the president of the Fairmont Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, and we're thrilled you're here with us today. We have some subjects to talk about, and I'm very excited to have you on the show. I think let's go into some of the committees that you're involved with. And the first one I have on my list is Executive Committee. Can you tell us about that?
I can, Jeff. We have 5 established committees within the chamber with some subcommittee work below that, and the exec committee is exactly what it says it is. It's made up of the officers of the chamber board, and they help govern the board, and they help guide me as well.
Okay.
So we meet once a month and determine an agenda and what we're going to talk about at our chamber board meetings and what's important for the chamber to be working on.
Okay. And who is the committee? Who is that committee? Who are the people?
Well, right now, Deanne Eversman from Dee's Floral is the chair of the chamber board.
Okay.
Keith Hoy from Lakes FM is the vice chair. Trudy Wood from Sterling Drug is the treasurer, and Deb Barnes from Lakeview Methodist Healthcare Center is the past chair.
Awesome. So a wide variety of people throughout the community to make up that group.
It is, and you know the chamber board's always rotating, so we're always intentional about having good representation of a good cross section of our business community on the board.
Wonderful. Tell us about the marketing committees. I think that's an important part of what you guys do.
You know, marketing is an ongoing thing for every organization, and it's the same with the chamber. And so, you know, a lot of our marketing is communication and communicating to our membership through newsletter and weekly updates and those types of things. But maybe one thing in particular we could talk about would be kind of a subcommittee of the marketing committee, and that is our Retail, Business, and Entertainment Committee. That is a rebranded committee. It used to be just retail, and we expanded the focus of that. So retail, business, entertainment. We wanted to include traditional small retail, big retail, services, entertainment, hospitality, to make it as broad as possible, because all those dollars count when we shop local.
Okay. How often does that committee meet?
That committee meets once a month.
Okay.
And something new that came from that committee is our new featured business program. Just another way that we can look at our membership and feature 5 different businesses each month. We can talk about them on social media. We've got yard signs that we're posting in front of those businesses so the community can recognize that they're a featured business. And, you know, our hope is that we can take some information that we get from those businesses and we can turn around and promote them in the best way possible.
So you promote them for the month? Each one of the 5 of them?
All 5 of them.
That is awesome.
For the month. And then after a month, we'll flip it and we'll have 5 new.
Well, that's awesome. Boy, that could be an ongoing thing that's going to be very popular.
We hope so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Other committees?
We have a membership committee, and that's pretty self-explanatory. It's about chamber members and how we bring those people together, and a lot of that is networking events. We have our Bureau 14 networking event that runs September through May for chamber members. It's our premier networking event. A lot of community updates, featured speakers, just a great chance to get together and share and see people that maybe you don't see all the time, and in a different setting as well. We've got our agribusiness group that obviously it's ag topics and ag producers, and a lot of work comes from that group as well. Besides getting together and networking November through May, is that they give away a couple of big ag scholarships, 2 $4,200 scholarships that go to 2 Martin County seniors looking to pursue an education in an ag-related field. And they also do the Blue Ribbon Pork Cook-Off at the fair, which contributes to those ag scholarships.
Of course,
yeah. So that's a great group. We've got a Young Professionals Network, kind of targeting that 20 to 40-year-old young professional. It's a social gathering, a chance to connect and just spend a little bit of time with people that have a kind of a shared experience. A little bit of a younger
learn from
age
each
group
other
and
too.
learn from each other, exactly. PM exchanges are something that it's not a regular event. We do them on request. It's individual businesses that want to host an event, usually from 5 to 7 in the evening, and just a great chance to invite everybody in, highlight their business, showcase what they've got going on. And we weren't able to have those for about the last year and a half. And, COVID put the kibosh on a few things, and that PM exchanges are something that are starting to come back now.
Well, and I've been to, hosted one,
hosted
one, which was great fun and had great turnout as far as a lot of people we don't see very often right here in our community were able to come.
And that's why they're so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to one shortly, and so we're glad to see those back. Those are very entertaining and a fun thing to partake in every aspect.
Absolutely. Yep. Always a lot of fun. And then, maybe one more thing I would talk about under our membership committee is our ambassadors. Mm-hmm. And our ambassadors is a group that gets together once a month, and we do ribbon cuttings. We go out, if there's a new business, we do a ribbon cutting to celebrate that new business. If your business has had a remodel, if you're under new management, those are all opportunities to do a ribbon cutting, and we try and celebrate as many businesses as we can.
And when you see that in the paper, that's a nice way to spotlight the business and show the people in the community showing support for that business.
Yeah, and we're pretty intentional about that. We splash that around in our social media and our newsletter just as often as possible. And if our other media outlets help us out, all the better.
Absolutely. The Fairmont Area Life Committee. Now, I hear a lot about that. Tell us about that works.
The Fairmont Area Life Committee Fairmont Area Life started out as our effort at brain gain. And, if you don't know what brain gain is, it's kind of the idea that our young people go off to college, they pursue a career, and at some point in their life, if they want to get back to the kind of small town community that they came from, let's attract them back. Or it could be attracting any young person a little bit further into their life, and now they're looking for that kind of lifestyle. Recently, we've pursued, we're always looking to pursue ways to keep people here, get people here. And most recently, we have been concentrating on community recruitment. There's been a lot of upheaval over the last year and a half, and there's been a trend nationally, statewide, of people that want to relocate. Maybe move from a metro area to a smaller community, looking for that quality of life, looking for lifestyle. So we've targeted a digital ad campaign towards the metro area. And, it's just all positive. It's what we have to offer. And if you're curious, if you want to learn more about the Fairmont Area Life, then click here. And that takes them to a landing page on our website, which talks about all the great reasons why somebody would want to live here.
Is that mostly done through the internet?
It is. Okay. So it's a digital ad campaign, and it's targeted at highly trafficked websites, and our digital ad shows up, and then we can track that. So we know that 1.4 million people have been served that ad.
Amazing. So you can track exactly who's looking at, what they're looking at, and such.
And we know that
Awesome.
Numbers that correlate with interest, with clicking on it, with visiting our website, we can track all of that stuff. And we're excited about this campaign because when you look at national averages for other digital ad campaigns like ours, we're doubling what the typical performance is from a nationwide standpoint.
Now, who's on that committee? Is that a different group than like the marketing committee, or is it
They're all different groups.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so it is, and right now, Sarah Pierce from Pierce Accounting,
of course.
Lindsay Price from FEDA, Fairmont Economic Development, Stephanie Bouchon from CER, and myself.
Sure.
And we're the main core group, and other people filter in and out and contribute.
Wonderful. And then the Business Education Committee, tell me about that.
Well, business education has always been a big part of what the chamber does, and this goes back before my time, and before my predecessor, and the predecessor before that person. A lot of concentration on education, and that starts in our schools, making sure that we have well-educated kids and kids with an exposure to the business community as they come through schools, so that our employers have a good crop of candidates to choose from. I mean, that all makes us strong. Some of the efforts that stand out, junior achievement is something that the chamber for years has fundraised for and organized to make sure that happens in our elementary schools. We didn't have junior achievement last year for obvious reasons, and we're excited to bring that back to the schools this year.
Well, it sounds like with all those committees you're very active, but share with our audience a little bit of what else they can find on the web, for example.
Well, there's always so many things that we talk about, and we do. So a couple of things that are exciting right now is the chamber organizes the Area Career Exploration Day at the high school every April. We invite up to 700 sophomore students from our area, 100 plus employers that show up, so that those sophomores get their first look maybe at all the career opportunities we have in our community. We haven't been able to have that for a couple of years.
Of course.
So we're working on a virtual version of that. We fully intend to have that in-person event annually, and hopefully that works out for years to come. But now we're going to have this complement to it as well. It'll be an online version where young people of all ages, people new to our community or people already in our community, can visit this link, this website, and see the employers that we have in our community. Find out what information is pertinent to those careers, what kind of education, what are the wages, what skill levels. And there's going to be a video component as well, so that they can see a little bit more about that business. When you ask what the chamber's been up to, we've had a couple of great we've had a couple of great golf outings over the summer. We always have a presence at the Martin County Fair. At some point not too far down the road, we're going to put the Glows Parade together. Seems crazy, but the calendar keeps turning, and we're always busy. Well,
you and your staff are doing an outstanding job. I mean, just the amount of work that you just described that needs to be done between the committees and your staff is amazing. And thank you for those efforts.
We appreciate that. And when you mention my staff, Maria and Candy in the chamber office just do a fantastic job, and they're a big part of everything that goes on.
Sure.
In addition to our board members and our membership as a whole.
And you have a lot of people involved in these committees. Impressive for the community involvement with that. Just an impressive output of great things covering our community. I think it's awesome. So tell us, if a person wanted to learn more about the committees, about what the chamber's doing in even more detail, where could they go and find that?
Well, there's a number of different places that you could go and ways that you can access information. You can go to the chamber website. You can go to the Fairmont Area Life website. There's a Facebook page for the chamber. There's a Facebook page for our RBE committee, that Retail Business and Entertainment Committee. You can always email or call.
Sure. The old way.
We're there Monday through Friday. Yeah.
And all the links, I'm sure one links to the other, and you can scout around and
Absolutely.
Discover what you want to find, or like you said, give you a call.
That's right.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for the information and keeping us up to date what's happening with the chamber. Sounds like a lot going on. That's very cool. And thanks a lot for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.